We are so pleased to welcome pastry chef Erin Romero to our kitchen. Welcome, Erin. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning. We're talking about dessert now, right?
Dessert.
I've had your desserts, just so you know, and I'm vouching for her talent. Amazing. And today's your very first appearance with us here on New Mexico Style, so it's really nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on here. And I see you're using strawberries, something I always love to see in dessert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today we're going to make creme brulee. Creme brulee is pretty easy.
That is my favorite dessert. I'm sorry. I did not even know that's what we're doing today.
Yeah. Everyone's intimidated by it. It's pretty easy to make. I taught my dad how to make it. So if he can make it, I'm sure everybody at home can make it as well.
Well, before we get into the recipe, we wanted to ask you how long you've actually been a pastry chef.
I attended Le Cordon Bleu Scottsdale Culinary Institute. I've been doing it for about 5 years now.
Wow.
So I'm just, getting the experience, working my way up.
Definitely. Well, I guess it's a great start being over at Vernon's.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then doing it in our kitchen too. It's lots of fun.
Absolutely.
So we'll go ahead and tell us our viewers as well about what you're going to be cooking.
I'm going to start with creme brulee. Today we're going to do vanilla bean creme brulee. So we are going to start off with a quart of heavy cream, and we're going to get that nice and warm. And in our heavy cream we have a vanilla bean. So we're just going to slice the vanilla bean in half.
Where can you get vanilla bean?
Probably like Trader Joe's.
Really?
I can smell that.
Or
Smells delicious.
Sunflower Market, I believe, has them. And you're just going to scrape out the inside of that vanilla bean. So you're getting all those seeds.
I see.
And what you're going to do is you're going to add those seeds to your cream and add your vanilla bean and get that nice and warm and steeped. So you're going to steep that flavor in into your cream. You can do whatever flavor you want. There's different variations you can do. You can throw a tea bag in there. Lavender tea or chocolate chips. You can do a liqueur at the end. Add that in at the end so you don't burn out the liquor.
Well, now you're making this for us today, but do you actually have a signature dish at Vernon's that you make for dessert?
Vernon's signature dish is our French silk dessert.
What's that?
That is our, we give that away for birthdays and anniversaries. It is a layer of like a pecan crust. We have a layer of sweet cream cheese, a layer of homemade chocolate pudding, and it's topped with creme chantilly. And then shaved with chocolate cream and pecans on top.
That sounds amazing.
So that's our signature dish. Everybody loves it. It's great.
Well, and what was the one that you made me that I loved so much that we had in the last segment?
We
did
Oreo? A chocolate explosion cheesecake, and that cheesecake has chocolate cookie crumbs, a layer of brownie, a layer of caramel, layer of chocolate chip cookie dough. You have your cheesecake on top, and then it's smothered in chocolate ganache.
It's amazing.
So that's delicious.
The hardest thing to do when you go there is picking out which dessert you're
one
going to
you want,
because they all sound so good.
But this is a
my
goodie.
favorite is creme brulee all the way. I'm so excited about learning this.
So you have the cream on for how long, would you say?
You get it nice and bubbly. So you want it right before it starts to boil. So you're just going to get that flavor infused with that vanilla bean. Yeah, and get that nice and warm. And then on the side we have 6 egg yolks.
Oh, 6. Okay.
So we do 6 egg yolks in a bowl.
And this is for serving about how many people?
This is going to make 7 to 8 or 6, 7 to 8 ounce dishes. So if you have your little creme brulee dish, it's going to make about 6, 7 of those.
Okay, so just the yolks?
So you're going to add the yolks and you're going to add half a cup of sugar. And you're going to get those whisked in together real nice. And what's happening now is sugar actually cooks eggs. So your eggs, you got to make sure you're whisking them real good because the sugar's actually starting to cook those yolks.
Wow, that's
So you're getting those nice and ready.
Now, you said that a lot of people think this is really difficult to make. I've never attempted it, but what makes it so hard? What's the tricky part about making this, you think?
You're going to temper the cream into the yolks, and what you're going to do is you don't want your yolks to curdle. So you are slowly going to pour your warm cream in. And you're going to whisk at the same time. So that's just going to temper your eggs and bring them up to the same temperature as your cream.
This is good to have an assistant, right? When you do this kind of stuff.
So you just get this cream, this warm cream into your egg yolks. And keep it whisking. So all you're doing is getting the temperature of your egg yolks up slowly so you're not curdling your eggs.
So the trick is just to make sure you do it kind of one scoop at a time.
Keep it nice and whisk. So you're going to get that nice and warm, and a couple scoops should be fine just until it's warm enough you know they're not going to curdle.
Okay.
And how do you know that?
If you do it nice and slow and keep going, and then if you feel the bowl, you can feel it slowly getting warm.
So you'd probably be better off to get a
stainless steel
bowl.
That way you can feel the temperature of the eggs rising. And once they're nice and warm, you can add these back in to your heavy cream slowly.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
So you're gonna slowly add that in.
Oh, so you add that back. So you're kind of like doing a little tipsy-turvy back and forth.
Yeah, you can bring that nice back in.
Nice. Okay, that's a good trick. I would never have known that.
So
Gosh, there's so many tricks to this.
Yeah, so you're getting those nice and warm, and you're just gonna let it cook a little bit.
Okay.
So you don't want it to run straight off your spatula or your whisk or your spoon. You want it to lightly coat. So you'll cook that till it's lightly coated.
Okay.
And then once it's done, you're gonna pull out that vanilla bean. You can always reuse it for another one. It still has plenty of flavor in it.
Okay.
Recook that warm milk is gonna steep out more flavor.
Now, around about how long does it take till it gets to be ready?
Probably about 5-10 minutes. Not very long at all.
That's not bad.
Not very long at all.
Oh, and I want to let everybody know how they can find you exactly over at Vernon so they can order some of these unbelievable desserts. They're so good. As I mentioned, 6855 4th Street Northwest, and you can see all the information and details on your screen as far as the websites and also as far as calling to make a reservation. And before we go to commercial, tell us what's the next step.
The next step, you are going to get your ramekin dishes.
Yeah, love the ramekins.
So we have our nice ramekin dishes, and you're going to place them in a cake pan.
In a cake pan. Okay.
So then you're going to pour your filling into the dish, and you want it about to the rim.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to get it nice and filled. Nice. You're going to fill all your dishes, set your oven for 325.
325, okay.
You're going to fill this with water about halfway up the ramekin dish. Yeah, you're going to fill it up with nice hot water.
Okay.
So that's going to keep your eggs from curdling, keeping them nice and fresh so you're not having scrambled eggs dessert.
Yes, exactly.
So and then you bake it?
Then you bake it for about 45 minutes.
And then we get to do the fun part. We get to work with a torch and taste it coming up next.
Yes.
You're not going to want to miss this, so stick around.
For today's recipe, just log on to casa.com. We'll be right back. A lot. It'll be nice, and also nice to see Erin's presentation of the amazing creme brulee. Chris is back with us in the kitchen as well. Tell us how you achieved this. We had it in the oven, you said, for 45 minutes.
Yeah, you take it out of the oven, you're going to refrigerate it for about 2 hours, let it cool down, and before serve, you're going to pull it out. I would wrap them up in plastic, that way they stay nice and fresh.
Okay.
So you're going to let them cool for 2 hours, and then what you do is you're going to add the sugar to the top.
So you just put sugar right on top?
A couple of tablespoons on top and sift it around.
Okay.
And then with the blowtorch, what Chris is doing is he's going to lightly brown.
Kristen's like, I want a blowtorch.
I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. That might mess it up.
So what this is doing is it's caramelizing the sugar on top of your creme brulee, and that's going to give it that nice hard texture on top.
That's my favorite thing about creme brulee.
Crispy caramel on top.
This makes it so good.
That is the best part. Okay, and there's some finished products before. While you continue to torch that one, can we eat this one?
Yeah.
Yes, I have spoons.
Kristen
Spoons
is
for all
like,
three of you.
On this.
And then Erin, you have some sparkling wine.
Thank you guys so much. And what we want to do is we want to thank all of today's guests so much for being with us. And if there's anything you need to know about today's show, simply log on to our website at casa.com.
And we have lots of fun stuff tomorrow, New Mexico style. We're talking about a camping trip adventure. REI is here with female-friendly camping.
And Mark Pardo Salons has solutions for your hair, skin, and body.
And we're cooking with the world's friendliest restaurant, Tim's Place. It's coming up tomorrow.
Are we ready?
Thanks for joining us. Have a great morning. We're going to eat this.
Go for it. Yay. Oh. Okay, this is the best part.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah.
Good?
Oh yeah. Really good. Thank you, Erin, so much.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys for
Chris.
having
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.